Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to watch Life's Magical Journey. I'm Life, and on this channel we talk all about my journey with being a deliberate creator, purposely using the law of attraction, and how that led to my spiritual journey. So on today's video, we're going to talk about the Great Conjunction. What's happening on December 21st, 2020, which now is in a couple days. So if you want to find out what I've researched, stay tuned. So I don't want this video to be too long, but of course I've been doing my research, as have you, obviously, and I found a few videos on YouTube that really resonated with me, and I want to share them with you, and I want to share my reactions to those videos. So of course I have a little bit of notes here that I want to share with you guys. Alright, so the first video I want to dig into is a video by the YouTube channel called Celestron, and I'm going to link all these in the description. Alright, so the channel is called Celestron, and the name of the actual video is How to View the Great Conjunction of 2020. So this guy basically starts to tell us about what the Great Conjunction is. So he says that a conjunction is the two planets coming very, very close together and then separating, which them coming close together is not really the unique part about this conjunction in 2020 that's happening on December 21st. But this conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn is really rare. Usually a conjunction is seen pretty often between Venus and the moon. They come close often, but this conjunction is rare because not only does the Great Conjunction of like Saturn and Jupiter, it comes every 20 years or so, but this time it is going to be the closest they have ever been, which makes this conjunction really, really a lot more special than any conjunction that has ever happened before, because they've never been this close before. So he says that Jupiter takes about 12 years to orbit the sun, while Saturn takes about 30 years to orbit the sun. He says that you won't need a telescope to see this conjunction, so you can literally just look west on the evening of December 21st. You could just look west and you should be able to see it. Now, if you were to get a telescope or something like that, of course you can see it a little bit better, but you should be able to see it with the naked eye. So the brighter of the two planets will be Jupiter, and then the more faint one will be Saturn. Okay, so that basically goes over what stood out to me from his video. Check him out. I'm going to link his video in the description of this video so that you can go ahead and check that out. The next video that really stood out to me was a video by Ryan Cropper, and that is the name of the YouTube channel. So a few things he said really stood out to me. So Ryan was saying that this is the Great Conjunction in Aquarius. He was notating that lately, I guess within the last 200 years or so, the Great Conjunction have been in earth signs, whereas this one is in a water sign. So that is kind of unique. That is kind of a switch up like that. So he was saying that communication is going to be greater, so we might see a lot more apps, communication apps and things like that are going to be taking the forefront when it comes to the apps and things that we use on an everyday basis. He also says that this is going to be a time where we are going to see a connection of people, like bringing people together is really going to be a huge thing. That's really something that resonates with me, because I feel that this is the Great Awakening. This is a time where people are wanting to come together with other people, so that makes sense that this conjunction would help to usher that in as well. One thing that Ryan says that you could do to start to prepare for the Great Conjunction is to meditate. And of course, like, meditation is the key and the answer to everything. So I agree with that 100% resonates with me. Go within and stick closely to spirit, to God, to source. So the last video that I want to share with you guys that really stood out to me is a video by Bahati Life, and that's the name of the YouTube channel, Bahati Life, and the young lady's name is Jess. The video is called the Great Saturn Jupiter Conjunction. I'm gonna link it in the description, of course. All right, so a few things that she mentioned in the video that really stood out and resonated with me is that first of all, that Saturn is a planet of restriction, rules, regulations, and identity and building a legacy. Whereas Jupiter is more about spirituality, awakening, a higher awareness. And so for these two planets to be aligning is really, really powerful time. It's also happening during the winter solstice as well, which makes it even more powerful, like on a spiritual level. Now, another thing that Jess mentions is that we'll be able to connect to a higher level of like spiritual intelligence, or that's something that resonates with me on an everyday basis. Like I feel like that's something that we can do any and every day. I don't think we need to wait for a special day or feel like, well, this conjunction is in Aquarius, so maybe if I'm Virgo I can't do that. But we can connect to spirit, to source, to God at any time. And so I really, that, you know, it resonates with me because I do feel that it's true, but I don't feel like it's something that you can just do during this time or during this great conjunction, if that makes any sense. Comment down below if you agree or disagree with that as well. She also mentions that some spiritual leaders are not gonna label themselves and call themselves leaders, okay? So she's basically saying they're more so gonna humble themselves. That's what I got out of it. So she also mentions that there's going to be a shift in power. So maybe, you know, maybe in 5 or 10 years, maybe there is no president, maybe there is no government. And that really kind of resonated with me, but we'll see how that goes. I just feel like that's something that I've been thinking may happen as well. So I wanted to kind of notate that here on the channel. So the main thing that she mentions that resonates with me is go within, you know, keep checking in with yourself, because a lot of people who are spiritual leaders and people who want you to kind of follow them and go along with the things that they say, they want you to confirm their beliefs instead of challenge them all the time. That's not always healthy for us. So I agree with what Jess from Bahati Life, I agree with her wholeheartedly, 100%. Go within, meditate, just focus on self. Focus on checking in with you. Everything you need is already inside of you. So keep on meditating. Keep on, just keep on checking in with yourself. Like that really resonated with me when she said that, because that's something I feel that we should do anytime. Not when we think there's something special going on, or not when we think there's a special time of year, or, you know, the stars are aligned. I'm not really into astrology. I believe that, of course, the things that are going on in the universe, I think that naturally they affect us because we are a planet that is in the universe. But I also feel that everything we need is inside of us. So I don't feel that December 21st, 2020 is some special day. I feel like it's a day like no other because it is a day that's never happened before. But I also feel like it's just another day for you to wake up and cherish yourself, for you to be closer to source, which is you, which is inside of you. So I want you guys to check out all 3 of these videos. Please give me your feedback. I know I left a bunch out. Like, these videos are pretty long. I just took what resonated with me and I wanted to share it with you guys. I will share these videos in the description as well. But my main takeaway from this whole thing is, you know, about the Great Conjunction is go within. Always go within. There is no day that's more special than the other. That's just what I feel right now on my journey. It's not to say that I'm right and that December 21st, 2020 is not a special day. All I'm saying is it's really a day just like the others. You had yesterday, you have today, and you have tomorrow. And every day you should meditate. You should care more about your inner being and your inner self and your connection to source. So that's all I'm saying is my takeaway from this in the research that I've done. I'd love it if you guys were to share your research in the comments. If you want to link a video in the comments that we should all go watch, please go ahead and link that. Share what you're seeing out there as well. But these are a few that resonated with me, and I wish you guys nothing but joy and peace. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe for more videos such as this one, and hit like if you got anything out of the video. Definitely leave comments below, and I'll see you next time.